when we chop it up.
I got you. I'm ready
All
for
right,
it.
we got to get started. What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all to Corner Radio, hosted by your man Kill. I got a packed house up here tonight, man. I got my man DJ Rec one. What's going on, Rec?
What's good? It's good.
Everything good, B. I got my man Greg. What's going on, fam?
What up? What up?
All right. I got my man Jace. What's good, fam?
What's going on, good people?
Everything good. JR's back in the house. I'm gonna try to get this nigga not to curse me out this episode. So I ain't gonna say shit about nobody. JR, what's good, man?
What's going on? What's up?
It ain't nothing, man. No beef. Like I'm like,
no beef.
You remember Sugar Hill? He was like, I'm scared of you, Lolly. Like, yo, I'm scared. Like,
I'm good.
Oh, yo, he done pulled that one out.
Wow. Money got lost. I'm sugar you, Lolly. I'm not messing with you tonight.
Wow.
We got my what's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? What's up, man? Shout out to the Knicks fans in the house. But let's not get started. Let's not even get started. That was a joke. Let's get into it.
But here's the thing, man. We gonna be chopping it up this week about what makes up a dope MC. For everybody out there who knows me, I'm a big NBA 2K17 dude. Just got finished winning the chip with the Sixers on my season. Hall of Fame. I don't play no rookie shit. Hall of Fame. Won the chip with the Sixers. But then I started playing the whole My Player joint. And for cats who don't know, My Player is like you pick what you want to be, shooting guard, two guard, 3, 4, whatever, and you got to make the attributes of what's going to make you a dope player. So I started thinking, what are the attributes of a dope MC? Because I think a lot of times I've had arguments with cats, and then when they tell me like with how they make their perfect MC, like I get it. Like my old head, I'm 42, he's about 49. He was like, yo, Nas is not a top 5 MC. And I'm like, yo, you bugging. But keep in mind, he 48. He an old head. He up there with the Cold Crush and Busy B and them dudes. He was like, yo, your stage show got to be popping. And Nas just walked back and forth. So when he explained that to me, it was like, I get it. You know what I mean? With you're saying what makes it dope for you, Nas doesn't fit in that. So I get it. So I got a huge panel up here with me tonight to break down what they define as what makes up a dope MC. Now, what I need each one of y'all to do is break down what y'all mean, because I'm sure everybody's going to say lyrics. But what do lyrics mean to you? Does that mean you got to be some lyrical assassin like Nas and Jay-Z to make the list? You know what I mean? Or could you just be a regular dude like, I don't want to go that far back, but like Kwame. That nigga was cool to me back in 89. You know what I mean? He wasn't no lyrical assassin, but, yo, the dude was dope for his time. So, some of the joints that from conversations I've had with cats, here are some of the categories. I don't know if y'all have these, but here's some of the categories that cats have. They had lyrics, wordplay, storytelling, flow, your voice, stage show, if you can freestyle, your wittiness, your vocabulary, being animated like a Busta Rhymes or Old Dirty or Ghostface, your content, meaning being able to rap about more than just one thing, originality. It could be a style or a song, kind of how Big L had the Ebonics joint, kind of breaking down all the hood definitions, or a nigga style like Freeway from Philly. When he first came out, he had a whole totally different style that nobody was rhyming with before. I didn't really know how to call it, so I just said ambidextrous, being able to kind of switch up your flow so that your flow isn't the same on every song. Some people like monotone rappers, some people don't. And your versatility, being able to do, I guess with cats like versatility, it'd be like the Mos Defs, the CeeLos, the Andre 3000s, who could do hip hop, singing, do all that stuff. So, yeah, you the resident MC, man. We leaning on you tonight. What is one of your attributes of a dope MC?
I'm biased, and I'm always biased, but I gotta say number one for me is voice and presence. You know what I mean? I gotta know who you are when you come on the track. You gotta make me know. You gotta make me want to know you. You know what I'm saying? From between the first 2 bars of every verse, I hear you. You know what I mean? You gotta have a distinct voice, a distinct presence on the track. Like, I'm here. And it doesn't matter who you want to track with. If you want to track with a bunch of whack niggas, you gotta come with that heat and, like I said, make sure I know you. And just like you mentioned, Freeway. When the first time I ever heard Freeway, it was on 1-900 Hustler. And it just captured me. You know what I'm saying? The voice is so key. Dudes like Rakim, Obviously, to me, the best rap voice of all time is Big. To me, well, Big is the best all time for a lot of reasons for me. But Big's voice, when he got on the track, it just like made you want to listen. It made you put your ear closer to the speaker. So I think voice and presence. You gotta make me want to know who you are.
All right, no doubt. Some presence. I feel that. I feel that. Now, JR, for everybody out there who doesn't know, JR is our R&B specialist. This dude is soul music encyclopedia. You want to know the Third Temptation album and why they left the group? Call JR. So he's not really a hip hop head, but I still wanted him up here to give his input. So, JR, do you have any joints? Oh, my man Nick just joined in. What's good, Nick?
Going on, fellas?
What up, Nick?
I have some issues like my man yesterday.
Yeah, man, I'm good now.
Yeah,
It was crashing on me.
What's one of your joints that you look for in an MC?
Storyteller. You got to be a good storyteller for me. That's why I like Big. That's why I like Slick Rick. They were great storytellers. So for me, you got to tell a good story. And if you got a good story with me, then you got me. But my number one was your voice, your presence, because you got to make me want to listen to you. So I was like, that had to be it. But storytelling, you got to tell a story. You got to get me. So,
all right, tell me this, since you said voice too. Y'all said it was Rakim for him. Who do you think has the best voice in your opinion in hip hop?
I was gonna say Rakim.
Rakim? All
I
right.
was gonna say Rakim. Yep.
No doubt, no doubt. Nick, what about you? What's one of your attributes for a dope MC?
I would like JR, the storytelling ability. That's Slick Rick, Big, 3 Stacks, Ghostface. All of them cats can paint pictures. You can like imagine what they're talking about. You can visually picture it when they kick in the verse. That's a strength that my favorite MCs have to have.
All right, so who would you say is the best? Your favorite? Let's not do the best, but who's your favorite storyteller?
Ooh, favorite Ghostface.
Yeah,
Ghostface.
Yo,
What was the joint on the Big Doe Rehab? That wasn't even my favorite Ghost, but the Yolanda's house or something like that.
Oh, Yolanda's house.
Ghost wild.
yeah. All right, that's dope. That's dope. Jace, what you got?
I agree with all y'all, but my number one, I need wittiness.
Okay.
I'm a great listener, so if you can get me to rewind it 2-3 times to make sure that I heard what I thought I heard, you got me. You pretty much got me. I'm sold at that point.
Yeah. All right, can you give me an example of that? Like of what you mean by wittiness? Like
I say this is the first thing that popped in my mind was 22 Twos.
I was just about to say Jay-Z, yeah.
But I wouldn't say that he's my favorite, but that was the first thing that came to my mind off the top, which you put me on the spot. That was a good question, by the way. But wittiness wise, you can't go wrong with Hove, man. But yeah, a bunch of people that fit that description. But Big L is definitely one of mine.
okay, all right, no doubt. Esco, what's one of? Greg, what's one of yours, dude?
I'd have to say, to me, it's always been like a storyteller. Like this MC is like it's a dope lyricist. Not all of them can tell a story. Everybody can spit bars and give you rhymes, and that's like if you're good at writing rhymes, then you're good. But the ability to tell a story, like if I could listen to a song and like close my eyes and it was like I was there, that to me is like that's some shit Joe does. Joe Budden, like that dude will tell you a story. And I feel like I was right there in the room. Like that 3 sides to a story, that might be the best.
Yeah.
I know people always go crazy over Slick, and Nas telling the gun, with the gun song, and Jay. Sides to a story by Joe is one of the best like storytelling joints I've ever heard, bro. Like the way he paints that picture, I like him. As far as telling ability to tell a story, lyrics. To me, stage presence. I know I heard that is like a reason. Great. I'm not so sure because to me, I see a lot of great stage performers that can't rhyme for shit. So I'm saying I've been at a lot of shows and been like, this sucks. Like this dude's whack. But people are wilding out. He's got shit going off. He's jumping up and down. Like Busta was awesome. Now Busta can rhyme, so I'm not saying he can't, but like Busta put on crazy shows. And some dudes just ain't that great of rappers and they have dope ass shows. Like, man, that's debatable. Like Jay-Z's Like I've been to like 5 Jay-Z concerts.
Yeah.
He's the most boring performer, but he got a great DJ who drops the perfect song back to, like, and drops the beats. Like Jay don't particularly do shit. Like do rhymes with the mic and walks around like Nas. He ain't no different. But his shows are dope only because the DJ, like the tracks, the way he plays them, like in succession, the way he, you know what I mean, the way he drops the beat, like that to me makes a Jay-Z concert. He is not exciting whatsoever. Like I'll be honest with you, but yeah. So to me, I would say.
You said storyteller. Who would you say is your favorite storyteller?
Like I'm biased because I love Joe. I'll probably say Joe. Like, and a lot of people sleep on him. They don't hear his shit, but like he's got like 1 or 2 songs on every album where he tells like a really in-depth story or introspective joint where he tells his own story. And it's like, yo, I feel like you were there. You know what I mean? Like, easy one to go to. Big was awesome telling a story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously Big. Like, you know, The Warning and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would say one or the other.
All right, no doubt. Rec, what you got for me, man?
It's been a wild week, man. I'm glad you came up with this topic, man. I kept getting like these nutty inboxes for these rappers, man. The first thing I hear is flow, man. So I listen for like originality because I want to hear something that's going to pique my interest. Like I'm gonna use Yao for instance. When I checked your page, I saw Yao, and I said, okay, let me check this cat. I was like, okay, this dude got the voice, and he's saying something. So that's the first thing I'm listening to is your flow, what you're saying, how you're saying it. Storytelling is big for me too because you gotta be able to be versatile enough to tell a story. I think as kids when you start writing, the first thing you write is stories, or you write your rhymes in story mode. So if you can't tell stories, man, you're not gonna pique my interest. But the first thing I hear is flow and voice. Those are 2 key things for me. Like I gotta have that. If I don't hear that, I don't hear anything.
All right, so who got the dopest flow for you?
Honestly, I'm left field, man. Redman. That dude from when I first heard him on the EPMD joint. I'm telling you, I'm left field, Nick. When I first heard him on the EPMD joint, where he took a letter, whatever letter he chose, and made a whole rhyme out that joint for his verse. I was what 10, 11 years old, and I was sitting there like, yo, did this dude really just took letters and made the words rhyme with the letters? Like it was the craziest thing at that time I had ever heard, and I've honestly never heard anybody else do that. I've never heard K Solo do that. I've never heard any other rhymer or rapper from that era or even spit that way. It just captivated me to this day. Like it's something that I still listen to. So for me, it's Redman. That's the first person that comes to my mind when I Reggie Noble. I think he's highly underrated when it comes to storytelling. Come on, man. Superman Lover. How can you carry Superman Lover for your whole career? There's only one album he didn't do a Superman Lover. One album. His whole career. We talking 20, 25, 30 years. The dude been around since 89.
You know the hard part with that, and I don't want to do this, but is that a good thing? Like EPMD was like up to J19, and I'm like, I could have stopped probably after the second one. Like,
look, I personally thought the Superman Lover it never got better than the 3. After the 3rd one, it was like, whoa. Yeah. But then it was like, yo, he ain't had to go there. 4 was cool, but it was like, yo, you gonna do it. F1? Like it was so many of them, yo.
Yeah, I mean, but I appreciated the fact that
he kept it rolling,
kept it going, because it was for the cats that had been with him since the album. Because it's, you know how it is. This cats that pick you up at Malpractice. This cats that pick you up at Docs the Name. They may pick you up at Muddy Waters. You don't have artists nowadays don't have true fans. So for the guys and gals that have been running with him since day one, I think that was just his way of just saying thank you. You know, but for me, it's Redman, man.
All right. For me, I guess I gotta go in no particular order. I gotta go with storytelling, and it's one of the things that's actually kind of kept Black Thought out of my top 10.
Oh, really? Yeah, he don't really do storytelling.
Yo, they had a whole album that was a story.
That was a weak story, man.
What? They had a whole album.
Nick said it was a weak story.
That wasn't that tight to me.
I gotta start some controversy. First of all, if Quest did not come out and tell everyone that was an album about your cousin getting shot, wouldn't no nan nigga would have known that that's an album about your cousin getting shot.
Okay.
But every song was a story within itself, though.
I don't know what the fuck they was talking about. Then I'm retarded because I didn't get nothing. Like when Common did I Used to Love Her, I didn't need a press release that got released to say Common's making a song about him loving. You listen to it. I have no doubt. I don't know who the cousin was. I don't know who got shot. I don't know why he got shot. I don't know nothing about that album. But hold tight.
It was like everybody took turns being the same person.
Yeah, I don't be that. That was like a Twilight Zone episode. Went right over my head. My thing is, like, Thought to me, if you want, Thought can rhyme about a girl. Don't get twisted. You want him to tell you a story about Nada or Nina and silent treatment and all of that, he got you. But that's been one of the things that's kind of kept. And I always say this: if you put Outkast in the studio and the Roots in the studio and said, "Yo, do a song about dealing with your baby mom." The Roots, I don't know what the fuck. I'll be like, I don't even know what y'all talking about. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Ill lyricist. But because storytelling is so important to me, that's what kind of keeps him off of that list. I love Thought to Death. Don't ever get it twisted. To me, he's the only MC from that era who's still spitting just as hard or not harder. Yeah, what's up, Jason?
Do you think that he doesn't, that people tune, not you necessarily, but do you think people tune him out because of the Roots? Sonically, they're not there, so they're not listening to what he has to say lyrically?
Maybe, but I mean, I'm a huge Roots fan. Like, I have every album. I've purchased every album. Yeah. I don't love every album, but because they from Philly, I love what they've done for my city. I brought that And Then You Shoot Your Cousin album, and I hate that shit. But I'm like, I'm still gonna support them because those people, they've done so much for Philadelphia. I'm gonna always support everything they do. I just listening to everything from Thought. I just never really. The best thing outside of a girl was the joint he had, Water, where he was telling the story about Malik B and his drug box. That's great, but to say you have like 15 albums and I can only name like 4 to 5 songs when you was really telling a story and everything else was just spitting, I can't give it to you. I want to give it to him.
So I hear you on And Then You Shot Your Cousin, but the joint before that, Undone. I thought that was Undone, the Undone album. I thought that was a good depiction of him being able to paint a story.
You know what? I'll go back and listen to it. Maybe I'm wrong. I know what Thought. See, they. I ain't really deep. You know, they the Howard rappers. You know, like niggas with.
Man!
I went to Morgan. I was in Baltimore.
He called them the Howard rappers.
That's a goodie. That is a goodie.
Trying to talk to a girl, he be like, "Yo, what's up, sir?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, you gotta be like, yo, hello, sister, what's going on?" Like, it's a I'm too good, but my thing is storytelling, and I'm with my man Esco because he's the one who did it. He put me on the Joe Buttons. A lot of people front on Joe. Joe is one of the illest storytellers in hip hop ever. If you never heard the joint X's, if you never heard the joint I Couldn't Help It, where he's telling a story about meeting this shorty up in Vegas, and just do me this justice. Google X's and I Couldn't Help It and 3 sides to a story, and bet money that you will not come around and be. You may not like Joe, you may not like Love and Hip Hop, you may not like Pump It Up. But listen to those 3 songs, and you will see what we're talking about as far as storytelling. 3 sides to a story, to me, could possibly be the best storytelling joint I've ever heard because it literally is like Unusual Suspects. It's like you listening, like, and it's 7 minutes, so it's like, oh shit, you mean that's his girl? Oh, like it's one of them joints. Like that very well could be the best storytelling joint I ever heard. So that's my first joint, storytelling. Yeah, I'll be back with you. What's your next joint?
Man, my next. Listen, me, I'm a dude. You gotta have that precision flow, man. You gotta have that. That joint gotta be precise. They gotta be Andre 3000. They gotta be Jay. It gotta be big. It gotta be. Royce the 5'9". That's the guy who doesn't get mentioned on flow, on flows and cadence. He is it's so ridiculous. If y'all heard the joint he put out with Primo, the Prime joint, I mean, some of the couplets and some of the ways he's catching these beats are like, yo,
Yeah.
how are you that nice at doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a guy. Listen, sometimes I think I admire rappers more.
Now that's stuck.
In little pockets that aren't supposed to fit, but it just sounds perfect right there. Royce is a king at that. Your flow for me. If you ain't got no flow, I'm not listening to you. Cormega, I'm not listening to you. Sorry, that's over. I keep saying that.
Oh man.
You can't not have a flow and me not listen to you. There's another guy who people were trying to convince me of listening to, and his name is Stollies, kid out of Ohio. I'm like, yo, I'm not a fan, bro. I don't think he has. I think his flow is off. I think there's certain spots when it's off, and I'm like, didn't you try to freak that right there? Another guy. Now y'all about to be mad at me, all of y'all. All right.
I'm sure. I'm waiting for what you're about to say.
Kill no. I don't think Prodigy has a precise flow. I don't. And it pisses me off because I'm not really a big fan.
I'm not mad at you about that.
Okay, cool.
I think Prodigy missed a couple of days of school. I agree with you.
Listen. Because whenever I mention Prodigy's name in here, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm about to get wheeled into the guillotine. Like it's about to be over for me.
He gonna get wheeled to the guillotine.
95 to 96, Prodigy was nice.
Post him again, Prodigy. Out of Jay did something that.
I think so. I think he crushed his ego.
Yeah.
I agree. I think his ego been shut down ever since.
Yeah.
Nick Anderson was never the same after missing them free throws, man.
Yes, sir.
His game down. He got Nick Anderson. That's what happened to Prodigy.
I think so.
All right, so yeah, who's the person with the best flow to you?
Oh man.
No, I'm
Stacks.
sorry. You said precision.
Yeah.
Who's the person with the precision?
Stacks.
3 stacks. All right.
3 stacks. I just listened to Mama Cedar today. He was like, if niggas all dogs, then what you call broads? Felines in heat, me I went for some yarn ball. It's just bang, 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 bang. He's just lining you up. Jab, 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 hook, bang. It's that right there. It gets no better than that for me, bro. No better.
All right, 3 stacks. Can't nobody argue with that. Nick, what you got, man?
I would say flow as well. I think when I came in, somebody was talking about flow. I like versatility with the flow. Like Jadakiss is an MC I like, but the fact that I know exactly how he's gonna flow on every track. Like, you could take Jadakiss from any beat. He gonna rap the same. I don't like that. That's the one knock against Jadakiss. So like my man Yao was saying, 3 stacks. He can attack the beat many ways. He's not gonna come the same way every time. Even Biggie, when Biggie did the Bone Thugs joint,
Yeah.
Notorious, he showed some versatility. You gotta have versatility with the flow. You can't attack the beat the same way every time.
All right, so who would you say is the best with the flow for you?
You already know, hometown.
All right, 3,000.
3 stacks. Ice cold.
Well, ice cold, bro. Ice cold, cuz. Damn.
All right, no doubt. JR, what's up for you, man?
When y'all said wittiness, right? So that's like creativity, right?
Yeah, I mean, what's what it means to you? Because everybody.
Okay, well, I'm saying creativity, and for me, you got like I think Jason said it. You gotta like make me think. Like, did you just say that? Like, you gotta make me rewind the tape. Like, that's what I did with Nas when I gave you power. Like, I was like really on some. Did you just say that? Is this what he talking about? Or like when he did Rewind, he did a song backwards.
Hey, listen. I wanted to mention this while I was talking about storytelling, but Rewind is one of the greatest storytelling songs I've ever heard in my life. Ever in life. Ever.
For sure.
Ever.
Ever.
I'm with that.
So yeah.
Oh, my bad, JR. Real quick story. The funny thing about Rewind is anytime any of my teens get into my car, I kidnap them and I make them listen to real hip hop. And I always put on Rewind or I Gave You Power.
Mhm.
And they're always like stuck, like, yo, play that again, Kill. Yo, he wasn't rapping about no gun. You know, and I'm like, nah, play it again. And then I'll just always ask them, can your favorite MC do that? And they be like, no. You know, so instead of always
21 Savage can't do that.
like, yo, your MCs ain't shit, I just play them. And when I play them Rewind, yo, my man was like, yo, this don't even make sense. Outside right weed. What are you talking about? I was like, say it backwards. He was like, right outside. He was like, Mr. Kill, like, oh my God, that nigga. Can Designer do that? And they just be like, no. And I'd be like, okay, you know, so yeah, JR, good pick with the Rewind joint for real.
Yeah.
So who would you say is the best at that? Who would you say is the best at that creativity?
Nas. For me,
Okay.
Nas. So.
All right, no doubt. Jace, what you got next?
I'm with Yao, man. I need cadence. I need you to attack the beat a different way. It's real easy to count to 4. Every goddamn beat is made in 4/4 time, and yo, if you can't count to 4
Hey.
4 different ways, I got a problem.
Unless it's Dilla.
Point
Yeah,
taken.
Dylan-
Unless it's Dilla.
That's true.
Well, yo, not to go off tangent, but how does Dilla do that? How did he do that
I have
sometimes?
no idea.
We're gonna talk about that later. I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead. I had to put that out there.
So,
He's in the Hall of Fame for a reason, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, but cadence, yo, can you, instead of just, yo, Yao gave the perfect analogy, yo, with boxing, yo. If you can throw a jab, a straight right, a hook, a uppercut, the bob and weave, throw a punch on the move. Oh, you're untouchable, yo. As far as cadence wise, being able to switch it up, 3 stacks, I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to Buster. And y'all may not like it, y'all may disagree, but Hove can switch up in the pocket too.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. I ain't questioning that. He done went from Hawaiian Sophie to ain't no problems or whatever the hell.
And the reason I put Hove in there is because he's subtle. His nuances in the pocket, how he changes it, is not as quick, it's not as catchy as a Busta Rhymes or 3 stacks. It's very subtle, and you got to really listen out and rise the wave.
Yeah.
all right, no doubt, no doubt. Greg, what you got next, man?
You're probably gonna kill me, but I ain't gonna lie. To me, the best delivery, bar for bar, lyric for lyric, and embarrass you on your own song.
Well, hold tight.
I already know what they gonna say.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm like, where he going?
This is good.
He going there.
Sitting close to the computer now.
I'm not mad
What is
at
your
him.
next attribute? We can get to where you're going. I want to hear it, but what's your next attribute?
It would be voice though. For me, it's got to be your voice though. You know who's a dope MC, but I go to sleep on him. Put a Wally album, go right to bed. His voice just don't grab me. Just don't grab me. He's nice. The dude can rap.
Who was it? I didn't hear.
Like you gotta have the right.
Wallet.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like, you gotta have the right voice, man. Like it does. That is an important thing that you almost can't teach somebody. You got it or you don't.
I
Like,
hear
you gotta
you.
do-
Now, not to cut you off. I hear you. I hear you about Wale and his voice, but
So I go to sleep on that dude.
I hear you. And listen, I listen. You know, I mentioned voice first. Credit. He's a really dope rapper though. On the low, like he's a really, really dope rapper.
So,
But his voice can get annoying, and
would y'all say it's voice presence or would y'all say charisma?
You know, hold tight, real quick. Here's the funny thing about Wale. ESPN First Take is moving over to ESPN next week. They're like, yeah, we got special guests. We got Wale performing. I'm like, that's the fucking best y'all could get was Wale. Like, that's it. Like, y'all celebrating moving to ESPN and you got Wale. Like, that's it.
Because he's been on the
Like,
show
I'm
before.
still-
That's why. They could have got
I'm
Lil
still
Wayne or somebody.
He still got the song. Or it's just Wale now. But
no, listen. Not to go off 10. I mentioned Stolly earlier. I mean, as bad as Wale's verse is on that song, Stolly's is about 12 times worse. And I mean, I don't understand like how they thought that. I mean, listen, I don't make any rules. I got people that are involved with it. I know people that were involved with the decision, so whatever. But it's just like, yo, I mean, how could anybody deem that good? How?
All right, hold tight. Greg, get back to what you were saying because I want to go. All right, so your next joint was.
I know where he's going.
I know where this is going. Yeah.
I don't. I'm eager. Hey, tell me, please.
Greg, who has the dopest voice to you?
The dopest voice?
Yeah.
I'd have to say probably Big. If you got a voice that like I could be walking out past the room and hear something on radio and be like, yo, that's him. Like that type of voice. Like that voice that just grab your ear. You're not even trying to hear him. To me, that was Big for sure. Snoop Dogg, gotta admit, like that dude's voice, like nothing you ever hear again.
Yeah.
That dude's like, ain't nobody sound like Snoop.
That's right.
I would definitely say probably Big. I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Say Big. Even Slick Rick had a voice that was, or even Method Man. Like I knew Meth's voice.
Yeah.
If you hear a Wu-Tang song, you knew Meth first. Like if you're not listening hard enough, maybe you God might get confused with Jizza for a second. You'd be like, oh, okay, that's Jizza. But Meth, he separated himself from the rest of them. Oh, of course, Old Dirty. I mean, that boy was wild. But like, yeah, I would say Meth too.
Let's get back to what you was about to say.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I thought he was going somewhere
everyone's
else.
going to listen to what you were about to say. So what were you about to say in the beginning?
I would say this. It's all about bars and lyrics. And to me, Eminem is the best lyricist that ever lived. And I will argue this with anybody. We're not talking about storytelling. I'm just talking about bars. But to get on somebody's song and embarrass them, that's M. M will embarrass you on your own song. I mean, Jay-Z been on songs with everybody. And the general consensus is, song, everybody knows it. We talking about Jay-Z here. The greatest rapper of all time. This nigga embarrassed him on his own song. Embarrassed him. It wasn't even close. That's how good he is. He embarrassed the greatest rapper of all time.
He did. I listened to Renegade today in the car on the way to work. Today, and listen, you understand where I'm coming from too, because I'm a huge Jay fan. Like I used to be a very, very biased. Like as biased as I am now, I mean, dog, you can triple that from 2001. You know what I'm saying? When today, especially, I don't know what it is, especially today when I listen to the song, I was thinking to myself, yo, Jay's verses were good, but man, the way Eminem was riding the beat and what he was talking about and the way he was, I mean,
hey, it don't help that he produced the track too. He produced the track too. You be riding that beat too like a horse if you produced your own shit.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm not disputing what y'all are saying, but I just think he got a small bias in it in that particular song, only because he made the beat. He made the beat, so
that beat was made for him.
Hold tight. That's another show. That's a whole nother show.
All right, I'll shut up.
I gotta be the moderator. I gotta keep, because this show could go in 800 different ways.
I agree with you, Greg. I'm with you. I'm with
Trust
you.
me, I'm writing down every web, every long division that we're going into.
I think he was biased. That's all I'm saying.
I got this. Gotta be honest and say that, like, I've never heard a song where even close that I could say, okay, his verse almost fucked. And that's talking about Royce. We talking about dope MC.
I'll say this. I feel like AZ 8 9s on Life's a Bitch.
I agree.
I told you that, kid.
Right.
I agree. Because you might not remember Nas' verse, but you remember that AZ verse.
I think I'm in the minority then.
Remember that AZ verse. AZ got a whole career.
Listen, hold on. Hey,
AZ got a whole career of that verse.
Whose song?
This is going to be a 4-hour show.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, AZ got a whole career off of one verse on somebody else's shit.
Right. What's your next joint?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Right. What is your next joint?
All right, man. So I kind of combined the two. The first go around, I'm gonna just keep it simple. For me, the next one's gonna be voice. Voice is key. If you sound like Michelle and you spitting, I'm turning. I'm just not even interested. I don't want to hear it. You cannot stand in a booth or on a stage and not have vocal presence. Kind of like what Yao said, but just from a voice standpoint, your voice has to catch me. I remember I heard something about Dre once before. He said, the first thing that he does with the cats that he works with, he listens to their voice. If you look at everybody just about that he's worked with, they've all had a specific voice. Scratch Snoop. We ain't even gonna talk about Snoop. You can talk about Daz, Corrupt. They are all specific. You can talk about Warren, all specific. Nate, they got their own different voices. They sound totally different from each other. They may have been talking about the same shit, but they're totally different. Then you can jump into the M's and the Rakims and the Truth Hurts and all of that. But voice for me is key, man. I think that's one of the things that drew me to Gang Starr so much, because listening to Guru, 88, that dude's voice, that dude had a voice that wasn't nobody. It didn't sound like nobody. He wasn't talking about what nobody was talking about. And I'm still trying to figure out to this day why I gravitated towards it, because Primo wasn't Primo of today in 88. You know what I'm saying? But when that Words and I Manifest came on, y'all, I'd be in my living room trying to do the Running Man. Like, it was just that crazy. Y'all laughing, but y'all know the two cats in front of the DJ booth when Primo was there, and they was in the Webster Hall. They was doing the Running Man. Like, that was me. I was a 10-year-old kid doing the Running Man. And for some reason, I'm the biggest Gang Starr fan, and I think it's because of Guru's voice. That voice is captivating me, man.
All right, so who your dopest voice in hip hop? I mean,
no.
All right. So who's
my
your
dopest? Elzhi. Elzhi starts speaking. I know it's Elzhi. Period.
Okay. Right,
when I listen to a Slum track and Elzhi's not on it, I know.
All right, no doubt. The next joint I got up for me, I'm in the same category as y'all with the voice. I think one of the things that I've never been a huge J. Cole fan, because his voice would never grab me. Like, I would hear J. Cole on all these different R&B songs and all these different verses, and I'd always be like, yo, dude is nice, but who is that? Like, that was always my question. Like, his voice never got me. I mean, now I hear Cole, I know it's Cole, but just like what everybody else said, I think your voice is so important. Like, Greg was saying with Big, as soon as I heard Big's voice, it was like, wow. I knew, it's Big, it's Jay, it's Meth, and it's sad that it's just one of those things where you can't do nothing with your voice. It's God given. You know what I mean? Even back when I used to try to rap back in the day, I hated my voice. So I would record first thing in the morning when I got up, and my voice was all like grouchy and deep. You know what I mean? Because I hated my voice, So yeah, voice, and it's one of those things where, like I said, everything else you may try to get better on. You can try to maybe work on your handle in the off season. You can try to work on, but if you ain't got no hops, you ain't got no hops. I mean, you can't jump out the gym. You just can't jump out the gym. It ain't nothing you could do about that. You could do the little weight. You could do all the little running belts and all that shit. You ain't jumping out the gym. So, so my joint is voice, and I got to go with Big. Big's voice to me was just, almost in every one of these categories, I could say Big in every one of the ones that I'm naming, which is why I think he's the best ever. But I'm trying to switch it up, so I'm just not pro Big all night tonight. Yeah, what you got up next?
Diction.
All right.
Diction and clarity. Like, you have to. The one thing that always attracted me to rap was I used to be able to learn. I used to be able to like hear words, and then go in the dictionary and be like, yo, what was that word he said? I want to know what it means. A lot of rap songs have done that for me. As a child, even to this day, sometimes I hear a word and I have to go in the dictionary and be like, what did he say? What does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's very key, and I have to be able to understand the word, how you're saying it, and its context, and what you're saying, especially like because this is. But hip hop is a teaching tool. Like, people learn how to speak from hip hop. They learn things, that they say little things that even in their everyday conversation that come from lines in hip hop. You know what I mean? So I think it's very conversational in that way. So I feel like what you say has to be said clearly, and it's got to be understood clearly. So that's why, like, guys like Jay are great. You know what I'm saying? You can hear every single word. Now I will also say a lot of that has to do with the engineer as well, mixing. You know what I mean? Making sure that it's presented on track as such. You know what I mean? Like, being able to hear everything clearly. I'm trying to think of other guys that are like great with that. Eminem, Snoop, Elzhi, like you said earlier. Elzhi's like Elzhi. I just watched a clip with Elzhi and how he developed like the couplets in the rhyme within the rhyme. How he develops them. He's like, I cracked the code. Like. And when you listen to Elzhi, you can hear he's rhyming fat. Oh, I'm sorry. How could I even forget? Number one, Twista. Twista is
Yeah.
First of all, the fastest rapper of all time. You can hear every single word he's saying.
I don't know how.
Try it yourself because you don't have the skill to speak that fast on track. But with Twista, you can literally hear everything he's saying clear as day. Peter, not in the way he's doing it. You know what I mean? So I think that's a prime example of what I'm talking about with diction. You know what I mean?
Right.
I stuck because even Bone Thugs. Honestly, as great as they were, there's plenty of tracks where I have no idea what they're saying. Because I can't hear it.
Oh yeah.
But with Twista, you hear every single word he's saying.
All right, no doubt. So Twista would be your dopest addiction.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
No doubt. Nick, who you got? What you got up next, man?
Voice as well. That's important. I can't really add too much because y'all cats already covered most of the basics. I would say somebody like Big, of course, got the distinctive voice. KRS-One was another one that had that commanding voice.
Oh yeah.
That, and to me, Chuck D, he gets overlooked when it comes because he don't have the best flow, but just the voice. Chuck D got one of the greatest voices in hip hop to me. Just
right
the
on
tone
that.
voice alone.
Yep.
No doubt. JR, what you got up next, man?
Man, damn. No. I'm gonna take it to because this is like me with R&B music. You got to get me with emotion.
Emotion. Okay.
For
That's a new.
that's why I'm like, you got to get me like. That's why I actually like Nas. That's the only reason why I like Pop. To be honest with you, I'm a big
voice. I forgot Pop with voice.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I like Pop, because of the emotion he had. And y'all might bug out, but DMX, I like DMX because of the emotion he had. Like I was just listening to then there was X Today, and it was like more of the song and Fame, and Here We Go Again. Like I was feeling them, so it was like that's why you got to get me with some emotion too. So I got.
So who would you say is the emotion? Would you say DMX or would you say Pop?
Ooh, yeah. I probably would have to give it to Pop. I would have to give it to Pop promotion. I would have to.
No doubt. See, bro, you thought you wasn't gonna be able to hang with the big boys, man. You bringing out joints.
My book is covered. I've been writing everything y'all saying. I've been writing like a word. Okay, who's
Told you, man. Told you.
You got it, man. I like how Pop used to mess with his voice too. He's like overdub it.
Yeah.
Pop was.
Yeah, Pac is classic with the voice.
All right, no doubt. Jace, what you got?
I'm gonna kind of piggyback what JR said, but a little differently, man. Personality. When you come on the track, you can't hide who you are. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Your personality will come across either through it can come across a couple of ways. Your wit, your energy, your vibe. But you can't kill your personality. Like if we all in a group, everybody has a different personality. And your personality has ranges. You have dynamics within that. So some days you may be really high, some days you may be really low. Finding that balance in between. Everybody can't be David Ruffin, right, JR?
You right. Well, I was thinking about that though.
And everybody can't be Prince.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, shit.
So personality, man, you can't hide your personality. Who you are as an MC comes across. It'll come across one way or another with your personality.
Yes, sir.
That's the reason why Busta Rhymes got a career and the rest of LONS don't.
But you know what? I think Charlie could have had a career. Not to get in your space, Jay. I think Charlie could have had a career, but he was so butthurt that
he
was killing shit. Charlie could have been killing shit too.
You think so? Like once rap moved away from that style, you think Charlie could have had not as big as Busta, but like
no, because I'll buy anything Bus come out with, like that new joint he got with Swiss. I'll buy anything. So, but I'm sorry, Jay. They started talking about Busta Rhymes and LONS, and I got happy.
Who would you say has that? Who has that the best for you?
Big.
Yeah.
Big.
Right.
Big.
Damn.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? He got
man, because that dude, man,
This was a game show. Big looked like he gonna come out big about it. Everybody.
But I will say another close second to me personally would be Big Pun.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He had a lot of personality.
Oh yeah,
A lot of personality.
yeah.
All right, Greg, what you got up next, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say either emotion or like your cadence. Like you were saying, I love Kiss, but he sounded the same on every joint. I love Kiss. But it's true. He rhymes the same delivery. Like it's blah blah blah. You always know when Kiss's verse is gonna end.
Yep.
Like, oh, here we go. He's wrapping it up. Like I can tell. But emotion for me would be Pac, man. That dude just the ability to touch you. And I mean, we had this discussion before. You're like, we don't fuck with Pac like that. Speaking of which, he got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Holla. Yeah, he got in. Not LL. Got in there.
I know Gene Simmons, man.
I know it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they don't let many hip-hop acts in, so that's saying a lot. And LL didn't get in yet, which I think is
That's crap. That's crap.
Yeah.
LL should have been in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just emotion, man. Like, he gets that raspiness in his voice when you could tell whatever he wrote was like that touched. It was something personal. You know what I mean? Like not every rapper can do that. Like be able to tell you a story, feel that emotion with them. Like I said, you can still dudes can tell a story. Like I got a story to tell. Warning, dope storytelling. When he tell you a story and you be like, damn. When the song is over, like the Dear Mama, even though it's played the fuck out every year. Mother's Day, I want to blow my fucking brains out. It's on the radio every 5 minutes. It's like I'm ready to blow my brains out, man. And it's just a dope song though. Like you just gotta hear it. He's just telling about how, paying her bills and shit while he's in jail. Like it meant something. Like dude was able to touch you, man. Not many rappers can really touch you. It sounds corny, but it's we live real lives. Like the general dude is the average person who listens to hip hop is the average Joe who goes through that shit. Not everybody. We ain't all drug dealers. Like, I love Raekwon to death. I can't do coke rhymes all day, bro. Like I love Cuban Link. I mean that's a classic album, top 5. All day. I don't want to hear coke rhymes all the time.
Hey, listen, I will say this though. I can listen to Pusha T rhyme about coke.
I was about to say that's the one thing. Rhyme about coke.
Everybody has that thing because I'm big on content, but you're right. Yeah, I can sit here and listen to Pusha T rhyme about coke. My man Mills put me on to this. He was like, yo, it's not that Pusha T just always rhymes about coke. He finds a different way to do it every time. Almost, how can he talk about coke a different way? And on this mixtape he had, I forgot which joint it was, he was like, it's the Hood's Obama shoveling McCain. You know what I mean? Like he's always gonna find another.
Hold on.
He does that so much, dog. He does it so much.
Shoveling McCain. Yo, what's that mixtape? Not to even cut you, Greg. I'm sorry. What is that mixtape?
I want to say
was either that or the
what's that? Re-up like 200? Re-up gang 200?
It may be the last re-up one because it was still him and Malice. They were still the clips on that joint. Right. But yeah, it's almost just like, yo. So it's not that you're just like coke. It's like I'm gonna tell you about coke a different way every time. I mean, I will get a Pusha T. That's a whole nother show. But I feel you. Rack, what's your next one, man?
For me, my next one is lyrics.
Tell me this. What do lyrics mean to you? Because I've heard some they gonna be lyrically, assassin. Gotta be Cool G rap. They gotta be Big Daddy Kane. They gotta be.
And for me, they don't have to be that because I'm fans of all of those guys, just in a specific way. Like I don't like all the Cool G rap shit at all. I think my extent of Cool G rap, like even though I was around, for me, like 4, 5, 6, and I'm good. I don't gotta hear Road to the Riches or On the Run. Like I'm good. I ain't gotta hear none of that. But I just think lyrically, you have to know what you're doing. And I think you guys understand what I'm talking about. You get a guy and somebody be like, yo, I spit. And then they be like, yo, mother cat in the hat, rap backwards almost. Like, and you're sitting there and you're like, yo, that's not rap. You making words rhyme. but the lyrics have to be. You have to be able to write or vocalize what it is you got in your mind in a way that to where it's lyrically tight. It's just got to be put together just right. Yeah, it's a collective thought. If you can put it all together and it's hitting the sweet spots, then you good. You good. Don't necessarily the content. I'm not jumping into content yet, but lyrically, you have to be able to basically do something above Cat in the Hat rhymes. You know what I mean? If you can put together abstract thought in a sense, so where it makes sense, but sometimes it doesn't, and then you go back and you catch it. Then to me, lyrically, I'm sitting there like, okay, let me see what else you got. Like it starts to pique my interest. Like that's how I got into Skyzoo, because I had saw him on the BET, whatever they had when they had Freestyle Friday, and he got smashed. But 3 years later, I'm watching this dude I'm listening to this dude on Justice League mixtapes, down with Illmind. So, for me, that showed me that this cat really took his craft seriously. He was like, let me write, let me make sure I'm reading. Lyrics is not just being able to spit. If you're not doing anything from a reading standpoint, writing standpoint, like experiencing life, you can't tell me that you rap. If you just one of them boo-boo cats live in the corner, like, nah, you don't rap because you ain't doing nothing. You're not reading. Like, that's one of the first questions I ask cats that I work with, when I'm doing beats or whatever. I'm like, yo, what's the last book you read? If they tell me, I ain't read a book since junior high, I don't fuck with them. Like, for real, I don't fuck with them because y'all know what I'm talking about. Because if you don't read or you're not trying to do anything to better yourself, period. What is your content? What can you tell me that you want the listener to understand? You can't tell me shit.
All right,
you can't tell me shit.
Who would you say is who has the lyrics for you? Who would MC?
Right now, today, I'm listening to. Shit changes, man. Like I could be Big one day, I could be Hove tomorrow. I could listen to 3 Clips albums and be like, "Yo, Pusha T is the greatest." Like it changes for me. Like right now, today, it's Skyzoo. I'm listening to a lot of Skyzoo. It's Skyzoo right now.
One time,
cool ass dude too.
Or no, he opened up for Styles. I met him at the train station. Mad years ago. Me and him caught the train going to Long Island. He was going one place.
He was going to the studio.
Oh shit, you opened up for him.
He records in Long Island. He records in Long Island.
Yeah, he was catching fire.
Yeah, yep. He's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude. But for me, lyrics right now, today, it's Skyzoo. Now we talk about this next year, it's gonna change.
All right, no doubt. I got you. On that note, I'm the same thing with you. I'm with the lyrics. And to me, it's not about. I came up in a time, I'm 42. I came up when everybody was dope. Kid and Play was dope. Kwame was dope. Dana Day was dope. I think after like Nas came on the scene, it was like now everybody had to be like these lyrical freestyle, I'll destroy you in a cypher type dude. And that's really not lyrics to me. It's like what Rec was just saying. These new school cats who just mumble rap and not really saying nothing and don't connect the dots or nothing, To me, it's also the lyric is also what I guess some of y'all were talking about before, that rewind factor. Just wanting to rewind it back and be like, yo, Royce has this point, and Yao brought it up because I think that Prime album is like one of Royce's shining moments, showing up as an MC. This dude says in one of his rhymes, if she a B or A cup, I make her fucking a bra. And I just was like, rewind.
Yeah.
Like that, when I make that face, it's like, yo, did that just say if and that to me is like the lyrical part of that. And one of my favorites at this time right now is Royce. I really think he's one of the people whose name doesn't get mentioned. I have no idea why. I mean, he's down with Eminem, he's down with Slaughterhouse, he's down with everybody who's to beat down. He's down with Primo, so the Backpackers should love him. He's down with M. He's down with all these people, but his name really doesn't get brought up. And that Trust the Shooter mixtape, man, he got a joint on there called what is that joint that Nas did? Which is cool. And it's just the cadence, the flow in that whole song, which is cool, is just crazy. But yeah, why don't you give us the last two real quick? I know we're going late on time, but give us your last two.
My last two would be versatility. I feel like you got to be able to do a different type of songs. You got to be able to do emotional records. You got to be able to do songs about girls. You got to be able to do spin records. You have to do posse records. You got to be able to just be a versatile, well-rounded MC. You know what I'm saying? And last and definitely not least for me, you must have the ability to go in a cipher and make niggas' faces scrunch up. That is for me. You have to be able to do that. Like the one person who I like love, but I've never seen do that is T.I. Like I've never seen T.I. like at a radio station and they say throw on a beat and he'll rhyme for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I've never seen that. I don't know why he doesn't do it. I'm not sure why, but even if you look into his music and his songs, especially probably like the last 5-6 years, there's a lot of punches. What I mean by punches, for those who don't know, I'm not sure if you don't know, but like when I say punch in, is like you say when you're doing a rhyme, you say one line and then you take a break and then you stop recording and then come back and re-record it to follow the line. So it's a punch as opposed to spitting your rhyme straight through. He does that a lot in his music, and I'm not exactly sure why. So that might be the reason why you never heard him in a cipher or spit out the radio station. That's the shit that got me into rap. Like I still to this day listen to the Rockefeller freestyles they did on High 97.
Oh wow,
2001. To this day, I listen to it. I know every line. I know every verse. I know every ad lib. I know every time Jay is saying an ad lib. These niggas killed your cousin. I know every single bit, nook and cranny of that 1.5 hour freestyle session from Rockefeller because that shit is necessary. You got to do it. Yeah, you got to like. I'm so glad that BET and the ciphers really haven't been as of late. When it first started on BET, I'm glad they started like a prerequisite. If you wanted to get some shine, you had to be able to go in there and rhyme and make niggas' faces scrunch up. You do. Yeah. That's not negotiable. It has to happen.
You know, the funny thing my man was telling me, one of his beliefs is that MCs aren't as sharp as they used to be because we don't have those ciphers. We don't have those hip hop tours where you'd have a tour with De La Soul, Pharoah Monch, The Roots, and Common, and they would just be like, "Yo, we just be rhyming every day, freestyling every day," you know. And because we don't have those type hip hop shows anymore, you're not on tour with these people, and it's like, "Yo, I'd get off a tour and I would be so much sharper because I'm sparring against the greats every day, you know." And nowadays you don't have. MCs really don't have those opportunities to be able. I remember being at Morgan State back in '92, and you could walk across campus, literally 5 or 6 ciphers going on across campus every day. Like it was like, yo, you know, and that's how you built your rep up. And you know, my man Shadi Lukman used to always tell me from Brooklyn. He used to be like, yo, it was 3 brothers in the house. We had to battle each other every day before we could even step outside on our block and call ourselves an MC. Damn. Then we had to battle all the people in the neighborhood in our part of Brooklyn before we could go to another borough and call ourselves an MC. Like there were steps to take. You can't just start playing ball and get to the NBA. That's real talk. You got to play high school ball. You got to play ABCD. You got to play college. Then you get to the league. And now a lot of these MCs are just like, you know, picking up a ball and then just jumping to the league and getting a record deal. So I definitely feel you on the cipher piece too. Nick, what's your last 2?
Last 2 be like creativity is the one I'm gonna start off with. Just being able to think outside the box and create a song from a perspective that nobody expects. My example for that would be Organized Confusion on Equinox, right? They had a joint called Hate. Yes. And they came from the perspective of a racist white person. Now, like the funny thing is, nobody knows Organized Confusion. You just play that song, they're like, you listening to some racist ass shit. What the hell is this? But for them to come from that perspective, it's like, damn. Matter of fact, it was 2 songs back to back that had Sin and then Hate. And that's what let me know Pharoah Monch is just like on another level. Prince Boy ain't a slouch either.
No.
Confused.
No.
Pharoah is like another notch when it comes to MCing. And the last one would be content, just being well-rounded content-wise. My example of that would be Ice Cube, Death Certificate. Where he rap about the life of the black man, the death and the struggles. Rap about getting some ass up in there, you know what I mean? The dugout. Touch all bases, you know what I'm saying? That's like a perfect album. It touch all bases.
Right.
That's my final two.
All right, JR, what's your last two?
Just rhyming, for real. Just rhyming, and I know because my pops, his favorite rapper was Big Daddy Kane, so he loved him. So you know, he was like, "Yo, if he was introducing me to hip hop. He was like, yo, I like Big Daddy Kane, I like KRS-One, and I'm on that because Rank with your mix, yo. I was listening step into the world that, but yeah, you gotta rhyme. You gotta be able to rhyme. So you know, for me, Big Daddy Kane, I gotta do that in there. And my father used to rock to the Raw remix and set it off. That was his joint right there. So,
all right, no doubt. Jace, what's your last two?
I'm piggybacking on Yao, man. To be an MC, you need to be the master of ceremony, or you need to move the crowd. Whether that be a cipher or a freestyle, I got to give you the I can't believe I'm constipated, I'm out the shit face at least once. I got to give you that face at least one time. And my number two is the show. I need to see your performance. You can hide a lot of stuff in the booth, but you can't hide at a show. Straight up, your breath control, whether you wheezing after your first 16, you got to shake. You on the track. I need you to do a couple miles. I need you to do some push-ups. I need you to get your legs right. Get your vocal dexterity popping. Yo, the show is quintessentially what the MC is about. If you go back to the essence, you had to be able to move. With the DJ behind you on the ones and twos, he dropping it out on the fourth bar. You got 1 or 2 bars of spit with nothing behind you. To these young boys under 30, this is me, my old age coming out. If you can't move me on a 95 BPM track, I don't give a fuck if you can move at 130. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Tell him why you mad.
You need to be able to all. That is the master of ceremonies. That is a true definition of an MC. You move the crowd no matter what they put on. If it's hot, show me.
Tell me why you mad, son.
Show me how hot you are. I'm done.
Tell me why you mad, son. Dropping mics on here.
That's Greg. What's your last two, man? Greg, what's your last two?
No, me? I would say versatility, and I would say that's Jay all day. Rapper, in my opinion, ever. I mean, that dude got some shit. He's on another level. You know what I mean? Like, I would say Jay, and versatility is definitely a lot. Because like I said, let's say with kids, like, you know, it just is what it is. Jay can go all over the place, you know. You know what I mean? Like, now he's a totally different MC today. So I would say that versatility. And me, and most important, I feel like is so overlooked. This is why I love Cole so much. Is like your ability to have social responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you have to it's almost a job, like to tell the story of what the minority struggle is in the hood or in wherever you're from. Like, it's because most of the people that go buy albums are not going to be minorities in the hood. We gonna steal that shit. We gonna bootleg that shit. Like, man, let's keep it 100. You know what it's like. You go to the barbershop before all the internet and all that stealing everything. You go to the bar. I ain't buying shit. You go to the fucking barbershop. Wait till the ball come through. I'm getting that shit to fly. Let's keep it 100. So, you know what I mean? So that's what it was. And I feel like these white kids in the suburban, almost how you tell the story. Like, yo, you ever see that CNN did that documentary, like The Browning of America? I don't know if you saw that shit.
Sure did.
And how, like, yo, it really changed the way white people who have money were able to, like, see, like, what they go through, what the struggles of being a minority in this country is. And like, they really chalked up like hip hop as being like the reason Obama was ever elected. You know what I mean? Like, it goes that far back. And I grew up out in the suburbs. I seen the effect these white kids like be like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, it changed them now. Like, so I feel like being able to be socially kind, like Lupe is great for that. Like, just being able to tell a story. That's all good. I like coke rhymes too, and I like rhymes about the bitches and the fat asses. I'm all for it. Something with substance. If you can't go there with me, like, I get tired of. Yo, Cam was the worst for that. Gemstones, Flemstones. You could say I'm friends with Fred. I'd be like, bro, Not love. We so all you could come up with, bro. Like so. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man,
Wow.
hey Ma's my joint.
Wow.
I love Cam. I fucks with Cam, bro. I fucks with Cam.
I fuck with Cam before the year 2000.
I fuck with Cam after 2002. I ain't gonna say hey even front, bro. I
What?
ain't gonna lie.
Purple
Diplomat.
Haze and that shit, but Cam before 2000.
All right, Greg, what's your last?
So my last two are wordplay and freestyle. So for me, man, wordplay is key. I think the two tie in together because I'm like with Yao, man. Being a DJ, you know how it is, man. People gonna come to you, yo, I spit, whatever. They'll come to you during a party and be like, yo, I spit. And I'm like, dude, we playing at like 900 decibels right now. I can't hear you rap. So, you know, when you get a chance to hear them rap, you want to see what they got and just freestyle. If you can't freestyle off the top of your head, I'm done, man. I really don't want to hear nothing else because I think that's a lost art. You know, kind of like how you was talking about with the shows and everything. I think the art of freestyle is lost because there are no more ciphers and you can't put cats on their toes no more because you got this internet age to where they can sit for 2 weeks and figure out what they want to write or who they want to steal today and just come out with it. You know, you don't have to sit outside of a radio station or sit outside of somebody's label and hope that somebody come downstairs and just spit, you know, for them. That's not the culture. In today is not there. There is no culture today.
Soldier Boy was the beginning of the end, man. I tell people that all the time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Greg. You're absolutely right. So for me, it's wordplay. The wordplay, I'm going with Jay. Jay's wordplay is vicious, man. I'm sitting here trying to rack my brain not to give it to Jay, but yo, I can't. Real talk. For me, like Reasonable Doubt, I put that in a whole nother box because I fucked with it from day one. My man didn't like it. He gave me the CD, and I never gave him that shit back. But no, that's real shit. I was getting ready to leave for school. I was getting ready to leave for college that day.
Hey, fellas, so I think the general consensus here would be either Big or Jay. Who got who on I Love the Dough or Brooklyn's Finest? Who got who?
Big. If they had twins, she probably had Tupac's. Dude, really? Really? Motherfuckers was asking me for weeks, like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about? I said, yo, you really that stupid? They really had no idea. Really had no idea.
I don't know, man, but I do know that Big still hasn't paid the Peruvians. Still.
Hell no.
Still hasn't. Still ain't paid them.
Nope.
700. They made them.
Nope. I ain't seen no 700 yet, neither.
Still have yet to see a 700, yo.
Yo, when I see it, I'm calling all of y'all.
So, yo. They ain't made the. Still. They still, yo.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jay. Big. Come on, man. He says shit that is not even. We probably are never gonna see a 700, but it's cats in the hood like, yo, when that new 700 come out, I'm confident. Because you waiting. You waiting.
And the funny thing for me is it's not even just because I think Big's the best, but it was just little things that he said, like, you know, sprinkle coke on the floor and make it drug related.
Yeah. Hey yo, didn't Dave Chappelle use that in a joke later on?
Yes, he did. That was the joke when he was driving through DC and the cops were sprinkling coke everywhere. Yes, Big killed that. So for freestyle, for me, I had to give it to Hove. Only reason is because supposedly Hove don't write his shit.
Write them down, yeah.
Well,
So here's what I'll say about that. Let me have this, Kill.
Hold tight. No. I'm just going to define freestyle because to me,
That ain't a
freestyle.
That's not. He writes it in his head.
Okay.
So
Yeah, he writes it
to me, freestyle.
the same.
Okay, so I'll give you somebody that spits off the dome and the shit is 10 every time. Supernatural.
Truth.
That nigga still alive.
He is. He's still alive.
Yes. Supernatural running around Harlem right now. He's alive. Yeah, I'll tell him.
He is definitely alive.
I was about to say the only MC I've ever heard spit off the top of their head and never hear it again ever. Now let me say this: Supernatural, we're gonna put an asterisk next to him, like Phil said about the year the Spurs, because he never came out with no albums. Like all those freestyles.
Yeah, he got a lot of shit on Raucus. He never did an album. He got shit on Raucus.
But the thing with the only MC I know who I've seen do that is Black Thought.
Thank you.
Black Thought will
Black Thought is
Any radio, you will never hear that.
Yeah.
Anybody else who freestyles, you will hear that verse somewhere later on down the line.
Casual from Hieroglyphics is good too.
Yeah, Casual
See,
shit.
I don't know a lot about. I've never seen him like. I've seen Thought be on Stretch and Bobbito and be on this and be on that. And,
KRS too. Remember KRS?
I've heard KRS Recycle-A-Rama too.
But listen, the thing about Thought, I saw a video of Thought. It was him and Questlove. Questlove was giving him words, and then he was rhyming the words.
They were at the table.
At the table.
Yes,
I never seen nothing like that. Thought is on another level with that shit.
Yeah, Thought is nice.
He really is on another level.
Thought is nice. But I'm going with Soup. I'm going with Nat on this one.
all right, no doubt. My last two is kind of the same as Nick's with the creativity. You know, I want cats to be creative with their rhymes. I mean, I don't want it to be the same in the pocket flow. And then the same thing with the content. You know, like I said, Pusha T gets the asterisks. I can listen to him talk about Coke all day, but I do like people to kind of switch the content up a lot too. And I think one of the things about shows, what Rec was talking about, is, you know, a lot of times I think we especially me, because I came up in an era where, like we talked about the other night, LL had a 50-foot radio behind him. And, you know, where hip-hop shows were like rock shows. Like they had sets and shit that moved and stuff like that. Now, like, for instance, people say Jay isn't a great performer. But here's the thing: if we define performance by just walking back and forth, nobody's a good performer then, because nobody's out here dancing, nobody's out here doing the Big Daddy Kane or doing the Heavy D and the Boys. I saw Jay-Z back at Howard in '96 before he had the deal. He did 22 twos. I ain't gonna hold y'all. He had the whole crowd in the palm of his hand. You know, everybody was waiting on what he was gonna say next. Now I haven't seen Jay perform since. Greg, I know he's at every Jay show. He's at the Yankee Stadium show. So I don't know how he is now, but I know back then, to me, you're a good performer if you got the crowd anticipating what you do next. You know, so to me, that's how I have to say performer, because we're out of the dancing age. Nas ain't gonna come out doing the kid and play Kickstart.
Right.
He's not, you know, but I think a lot of times people are like, oh, well, he can't perform. Because I'll tell you this, and Greg knows, because this is what put me on to Joe. We went to a show in Baltimore. It was Terminology, Big. Who was it, Greg? It was Big Suge, MOP.
Yeah.
And we went to the show, Terminology and Big Suge performed. It was like 40, 50 people tops. When Joe Budden hit the stage, I swear to God, 300 people came out of nowhere. I don't know where they came from. I don't know if it was a bus.
I was about to say, nobody trying to see Terminology and Big Suge.
No.
I'm just saying, bro, I've never seen 300 people appear at any hip hop show. They appeared, and Joe had them in the crowd. Yo, Greg and my man Keon left the show hoarse. I can't remember the last time I went to a show and the people left hoarse because they were rhyming every word. This was the one time in my 42 years I felt left out of hip hop, because I was just sitting in a corner like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, this nigga got the and when Joe left, the crowd left. The 300 people left with him. And it went back to like 50 people. And I've never seen nothing like that. So I'm just saying that to say that if you're able to keep people in the palm of your hand, and you're able to, hell, really more than anything right now, if you're able to get people to come out to a show, to me, you got to have something. Because I've seen some shows where don't know. My man hit me the other day like, yo, I'm down at this Pete and CL show. Ain't nobody here. Like, it's like 30 people in here. So if you can get, and Joe Buttons holds the record for selling out SOBs in New York, for selling it out. So again, I just think we got to kind of look at performances a little different now than back in the day, because again, nobody's coming out dancing. Nobody's coming. Hey, Jay switching outfits 50 times is a good performance now. So hey, it is what it is, bro. But yo, dope show. Everybody give them everybody stuff. We gonna start with you, Yao. Give them all your stuff, where they can buy your albums, everything.
All right. My name is Yao, rapper, voiceover artist, poet. You can hit me on Instagram at Yao Music, YAW Music. Hit me on Twitter, YAW Music. I got an album I put out. It's called Hump Day. Go cop that. It's about relationships. YaoMusic.bandcamp.com. Listen to it. You like it, buy it. You know what I mean? And that is it. Go Knicks.
There you go. Just so people know, I had to rearrange this whole show for Yao and Greg because the Giants play the Eagles tomorrow. So I had to rearrange.
You already know. He tried to like
Nick, give them all your stuff, big.
watching us getting that ass. I ain't going.
Here we go. Here we
I
go.
had the last 2 weeks with the Eagles. I don't even want to talk about it. Who cares? I don't even
Don't
want
make me don't make me go get my Randall jersey in the closet.
Oh, here you go. Oh, here you go. Oh, man.
Only one way to win 79 Twitter. Music fan, snob. That's me.
And if for anybody out there who follows me on Twitter, these are my song of the day people. So when you see Only One Can Win and Music Soul Nick and all these cats, that's who it is. JR, give them all your stuff, the website, what you do, everything.
JR, check me out. I'm a soul head to the death. Thanks to Kill, I got a website. Check it out. It's Junior World of Soul. It's just my thoughts, for real. And that's pretty much it.
And again, if y'all ever wanted to know some soul music, I met this dude through Twitter because he did a video on what was Curtis Mayfield's better work, Codeine or Spark. And I had never seen anybody in my life compare.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
And compare those albums. And the way that we talk about hip hop is the way he's able to talk about Codeine and all that stuff. And the nigga only I have no idea how he knows all this shit. And he only
You been here before?
It's amazing to me that you can do this.
It's my mom, man. My mom is a soul head, so she passed it to me. That's all.
So for cats out there who ever want to know anything like that, you want to do some homework, do some digging, because I always get on digging. People have a whole bunch of records and never listen to nothing. They just skip through to see if there's anything to sample and never listen to anything. You want to learn about some digging stuff, check out his website. Yo, Jace, give him all your stuff, bro. And let him know when the next time you spend it in DC, too.
Yeah.
J Tyler 0801 on IG. It's at Jerick, JERIKTYLER on Twitter. I need to talk to the owner to set that back up, man. That's we'll talk about that offline.
All right, no doubt. Greg, I know you're not on Twitter a lot. I try to pull you back in, but you like Carlito, you want to get out the game on Twitter. Give him your IG stuff or give him something, man.
Mr. _ Escobar on IG.
Let's go.
You see, I use it.
Yeah. And this is real last.
Real name, no gimmicks. Yeah.
Escobar, that's what's up.
Real name, no gimmicks. I like that.
on social media like that. My old lady don't play that shit. Watch it. I ain't built. I got married like 6 months ago. I'm trying to.
Look, bro. Hey, we need you to stick around, fam. We need you to stick around, man. So, yo, you good?
Just stay off of it, bro. You're right. Stay off of it.
We need you to stick around, man. Please.
Greg, you wild.
Oh boy, Greg, give him all your stuff, man. Give him all your stuff, bro.
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Man.
All right, so, that's why. Hey, I feel him, bro. DJ Rec 1. SoundCloud is JRec1. I do a podcast called The Foundation. Next volume 3 is coming up sometime in January. Stay tuned. Check out 1 and 2 while you at it.
Yeah. All right, no doubt. Y'all already know what it is with me. @Kill889 on Twitter. We'll make beats with you, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Long show, but prayerfully, JR, I know you was taking notes. Prayerfully, and that's another thing about JR that I love. Cats need to take notes.
Oh, no doubt.
Man, this paper is full, y'all.
One of the key reasons I do this show, and I'm always shocked because there's so many young people who listen to the show. When I say young, I'm talking like 25 to 35, which I'm shocked because I thought it would only be older cats listening. But, cats say they learn a lot. So I definitely appreciate each one of y'all coming in and dropping jewels. Anytime we do an MC show, I need you on here to kind of like lead the way. But I took notes. We're gonna talk about people getting slaughtered on their own track, so we can go into Eminem. I got that. I wrote down the Dilla piece. We're gonna do this for producers, and I'll lead the way with that. Same thing with Reckon and then Jace, and we can have that conversation. So we gonna keep this going. So prayerfully,
got to.
I'm gonna catch y'all next week, man. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man.
Happy holidays to y'all.
Happy holidays.
No doubt.